Hello, how are you?
Good, how
I
are you?
am good. Thanks for asking.
Before I begin, I have to say congratulations on your wedding. You
Thank
look so
you.
beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And of course, we have to like jump into your single business, right?
Yeah,
But before we do that, tell me more about your background and how it all began for you and where did your desire for music come from?
of course. That's a great question. Well, I have been pursuing music ever since I was a toddler, like 3 or 4 years old. So, gospel is the bedrock of my life. My mother, Sonia Hester, she's very, very instrumental in the gospel realm here in Louisiana. And so I was, of course, born and raised in the church. Still am. Every Sunday at 10 a.m., I am on that stage doing praise and worship still. Um, but I knew that God had something for me. I just knew that it was nothing but time and opportunity in cultivating my gift into what you see now before you. And I feel like with life, you're always going to continue to cultivate. I want to be a better version of myself next year than I am now. Um, but I am a 25-year-old God-fearing woman from the top of the boot, Shreveport, Louisiana, home of the 318. I am actually a NICU nurse by night. So if you don't know that is neonatal intensive care.
Okay,
It's
ready to
actually
say,
my
what is
shirt.
that?
I deal with premature babies,
Oh,
like 22, 23 weeks, all the way up to the chronic, stable or unstable type of children. So I care for those by night.
oh.
And so I love to incorporate music and medicine. And God has really put me in a position in which I can just expound on the limitless opportunities of the medical realm and the music realm.
Wow. So you're like talented, like not just with music, but in every aspect, I feel like. And I have to also ask you as well. So before we talk about more of your music, let's talk about business. Your latest single. Oh my gosh,
Yes.
so amazing. Congratulations on that. What was
Thank
the
you.
concept for that? Like the entire process. It's amazing, by the way. I did listen.
Thank
I'm
you.
like, oh my gosh.
Thank you. Well, I feel like in this day and age, it is so easy for your information, for your business, as I put it, to be spread everywhere. And I wanted to take a different approach in this type of song in which I wanted to protect my business. Sometimes we can oversaturate the enemy with limitless ways to get at you with what we post and what we say. And so this was just a way to say, I see what you're doing. I see you on my page. I see you trying to figure out things about me. You're not. And I see that you're upset, but I'm going to continue to walk in my purpose with no shame. And so that's really where that song came about.
I love that. And also the premiere of the video, what was your reaction of it? Like when you first saw it, like what was the reaction? And also, how much involvement did you have when it comes to the entire video process?
You know what? Those are great questions. So, I came up with the video treatment on my own, with how I wanted to progress. I came up with the lighting of the colors, like really more so, the story of the music video, how I wanted it to look. And of course, I have a great team that's in my corner. Miss Ebony Parsons, she came up with all of my attire, and I just love everything about it. I think that it's very haute couture, but it's not getting too much. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I think that it covers me in all the correct places. And I wanted to still be a boss, but I wanted to be a lady as well.
Yes.
With how I carried myself. I have a wonderful videographer, Mr. Nelson Taylor, who's based out of Texas. And he was just so very open to the ideas that I had. Mr. Rafael Blanco, he is my publicist, but he is so much more than that. He was there with me to just kind of hold my hand and be like, girl, you got this. You see your vision, just let it play out. And I just love what he has done for me and his just attitude to the music industry. And of course, my mom, she is my manager. But she is also so much more than that. She's my best friend. She's my confidant, and she's gonna let me know whether it's gonna look good or bad. She does not sugarcoat anything. And so fast forward to when I saw the premiere on BET Soul. I actually did a live on my Facebook to kind of let what I call my family to be able to partake in that moment, because I wouldn't be here without them,
Right.
without their support. And so we all just squealed with delight on the FaceTime live. I just sat there and started crying, did my little Holy Ghost dance afterwards, because you got to give God praise during these moments like that. I think showing God your appreciation, he wants to do more for you. Well, if you show him that genuine praise and worship. And so I did that, squealed, and I went to work that night.
Oh, that is exciting. That had to be like a great feeling, though, like an amazing feeling. So congratulations to you and everything you're doing. And I know you talked about, being brought up in a church and how much, family is important to you. And it seems like you're having a wonderful team on your side, which is great. Who are some of your inspirations, whether it's like family or friends or anyone that's already out there in the music world?
You know what? There is so many that I could glean from, but I'm going to pick three. One would be the Lord. Him guiding my path and showing me where the snares and the traps are, and allowing me to mold me and cultivate me into who I am is something that I'm just so very grateful for, because you can't buy that. You can't buy cultivation. You can't buy patience. You can't buy any of those qualities. And he, even though sometimes I didn't want to, force fed me the proper and necessary medicine to get me to how I am in this place now. So definitely would have to be the Lord. Second would have to be my mom. She has been a strong, fierce supporter of me, of course, ever since I came out of her womb. But she has just been there for me like none other. I feel like I'm a stronger person because I am standing on her shoulders.
That is awesome.
And there is nothing that I wouldn't do for that lady, because she has poured her whole entire life into me. And that's something that I am so thankful for. Music wise, I would have to go with Michael Joseph Jackson. If I had a moment to sit there and glean from his mind, his philanthropy, why he gave to what he did, and his processes with music, and the cultivation of what we see now as music videos. I mean, back then, like Thriller, Ghost, those were movies to me. I mean, it happened to have music, but it was a movie to me watching it on MTV as a little girl. But just to glean from what I know from him, from just the outside looking in, is just something that is just extremely inspirational. Like he was more than the music.
Phenomenal.
He was just I mean, he was just everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave, he was sweet, and he was humble. And that's something that I definitely loved about him.
Absolutely. I have to agree. And it's so funny. You just gave me flashbacks of watching Thriller when I was younger. I'm like, this is a whole production, like you said. It's not your normal, just, everyday like video. It's like a full like film you're watching. So I have to agree.
Yes, ma'am.
And I also want to ask you too, now when it comes to your music, like as I stated to you, you're very gifted, and we know that that's a fact. What do you hope that people gain from listening to your music? Because I know you love to write, and you're just really just great, like at your craft. What do you hope that the listeners take away when they're listening to your songs?
You know what? I want people to leave full. I think that music is such a awesome entity in and of itself, where whatever you're listening to, contingent upon your mood, you can walk away full or you can walk away empty. Based on what you want to feel at that particular time. But I want my music to tell a story. I want people to, coming in listening to it. They might have questions that they're dealing with, battles that they might be facing, and I want them to kind of come away with their answer, and some of the things that that the Lord allowed me to go through. And then from that, he allowed me to write the story from what I went through. And I know that, this world is vast, but it's very small at the same time. There are so many people that go through the same things. And so with telling my story in the format of music, I want people to leave with their answer. And I want them to leave full.
I love how you put that. Leaving full, yes.
Leaving full.
And I also want to say to you also, congratulations on your performance on the Dunkin' Latte Lounge. Great job. And I'm sure it has gotten everybody super excited, more excited, right? For your upcoming tour. Tell us about that and what you're looking forward to.
You know what? I am so very thankful that I am going on tour with Jay Brown. He is such an amazing, talented individual. And it's just amazing to see the doors that God has opened for him, and that he is so giving of a person that he decided to reach down and open a door for someone else who's up and coming. So I would first have to thank him for that and thank the Lord for the opportunity. But just the ability to be able to meet people, to embrace people. I love being around people. I'm very much so a people person. I love to get people out of their minds, if only for a moment, to just enjoy, sit back, and relax. And I'm just excited to be able to put on a show for them, get their money's worth and then some, and meet the people and just develop a relationship with people just from all over the United States. I'm just so very excited for that.
Oh, we're excited for you. We're so excited for you. And thank you so much for your time and for sharing all about your amazing new single, Business. Make sure you guys go check it out. It is amazing. And congratulations again for everything you've been doing. And I wish you much success.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much again for having me.
Of course. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.